Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the mythology of Uranus. Yes, Uranus, that is the appropriate way to say it if you don't want to say it the weird way. Anyway, I'm going to teach this video, I'm going to teach you the myths, and I'm going to associate it with the meanings, what it means in astrology. So if you're learning what Uranus means in like an astrology birth chart, I'm going to put the glyph up here. And I'm going to talk about the myths, but I'm going to talk about what Uranus means in a birth chart. So when I talk about these stories, I want you to remember the symbol for Uranus and how it ties into all of this. And that'll help you understand what Uranus means when you're either reading for yourself or for other people. So Uranus was a sky god, and he was created by the Earth, the Earth Mother G. We'll call her G. And so you might remember this myth from the Saturn video. It is the one and the same, but I'll talk about specifically how it relates to Uranus. So he was a super lustful god. He just wanted to get it on with G all the time. And so she was super fertile. She created babies and she wanted to give birth to them. But Uranus was like, no, I just want to come down, mess around, and leave. He wants to hit it and quit it. He didn't want to actually like take care of these babies, honor the earth, honor the physical realm. And the Earth Mother, G, she went to her son Saturn, Cronus, and she said, hey, Saturn, can you help me out? And Saturn was like, yeah, I hate my dad. I love the earth. So let's go. And so one day when Uranus was mating with G, Saturn came along, took his sickle, and he cut the genitals off of Uranus, freeing G. So the genitals landed into the sea and they created Venus, the goddess Aphrodite. And there were also little blood droplets, and they created what was called the Furies. And the Furies were these like vengeful gods and goddesses who were associated with an eye for an eye justice, who gave people revenge. They were the gods who, or the goddesses who gave people what they deserved. So the meaning of Uranus, Uranus does not want any responsibility. He does not want to be associated with the earth. He is done. So it is a planet of liberation, but also destruction. So, and things that kind of hurt the body or don't honor the physical body, where we just leave. We just liberate ourselves and we're not thinking about the day-to-day practical applications. We can just do whatever we're thinking, do whatever is in our head, and just go. And this is related to, back in ancient Greece, there was a sky religion and a physical religion. And that physical religion ended up getting demonized. It was associated with the feminine and with women because they gave birth. Women were associated with bodies back in the day. And this actually carries into today, where sexuality and things like enjoying food, enjoying the physical body, like partying, like, doing all those fun physical things are demonized. That used to be honored in the earth religion, in the physical religion, which was part of the Minoan culture in Greece. And it was also in the Aegean part, like Aegean, I think it's peninsula, where people would actually have fertility festivals. They would dance, they would party. It was kind of like a rock concert. You would have music, there would be drinking, there would be lots of food. And there would even be a sacrifice. The sacrifice of the bull was to celebrate, but it was also to help people tolerate the dark things that happen, death, and even the slaughtering of animals in order to eat them. The Greeks were trying to make peace with that and make peace with that dark nature and embrace it. And so part of the sacrifice was then honoring the gods and honoring life on earth as it is. Versus then came along the Indo-Europeans into Greece, who were associated with the sky religion, the sky god. And that was more associated with progress, with ideas, with concepts, with inspirations, with what we wanted things to be. And so that was more heady, in your head, thinking up here what things could be, but not necessarily connecting it to the physical realm. So the best of both worlds is when like this sky religion is associated with the physical earth religion. And Uranus is associated with the sky religion, being up in our heads, wanting to stay with our thoughts, wanting to philosophize, wanting to just go and not deal with like the physical realm of like any responsibilities, you know, where like we have an idea, but we'd have to like practically ground it. We have an idea for a job and we want to carry it through. Not necessarily wanting to do that. So sometimes Uranus can make peace with the physical realm and work with it in a chart, but usually it means something really disruptive that's going to take you away from the day to day. Sometimes that can feel really good, sometimes that can feel awful. But you know, it really depends on the situation. So again, Uranus is associated with freedom, liberation from responsibility, but in a way that can be disruptive and in a way that does not honor life. So it could mean destruction from the body. It could mean going away from your responsibilities, or it could be finding a new and revolutionary way to liberate yourself, and it might match up with like the physical realm, but that's not the goal of Uranus. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. And my next video is going to be on the god Neptune.